So I gave myself the task of playing the worst rated GameCube game on Metacritic. And let me tell you, I think I found the true meaning of pain and suffering. This is what criminals most likely use to torture their victims. Force them to play Charlie's Angels on the GameCube.
Well, well, well. Agent 005. I must admit, after 7 long days of brutal torture, you still haven't given me the codes. Bravo. That was nothing. I will now show you the true meaning of suffering, and it isn't your cooking.
You're never going to get the codes out of me. You can torture me and do anything you want to me, except for that.
I'm going to make you play Charlie's Angels on the GameCube.
You're going to make me play Charlie's Angels on the GameCube? Okay, fuck that. I'm not going to fucking play. I would rather fucking die. The codes are 3762. The 2003 GameCube game is based off the 2000 and 2003 Charlie's Angels films, starring the lovely Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu. Is it just me, or did I totally forget how hot Lucy Liu was? God damn. The 2000 film did fairly well, doing $264 million worldwide, making it the 12th highest grossing film of 2000. Critics pretty much tore the movie apart, with the majority consensus of it being mindless, dumb, fun entertainment with a bunch of eye candy. The 2003 sequel did even worse at the box office and was rated worse overall. Nico Entertainment, the future developer of praised games such as Bratz Kids Slumber Party, Bratz Ponies 2. Oh, that was a good one. Everyone knows how good Bratz Ponies 2 was. Come on, guys. So, what happens when a newly formed game studio, Nico Entertainment, decides to make a game based on the poorly received action flick, Charlie's Angels? Well, it turns out you get one of the worst rated games of all fucking time. Go figure! After watching both movies and completing the game, the subpar movies are 100 times better than this abomination of a game. Even if you can call it a game, that would be giving it way too much credit. Charlie's Angels, the video game, is based off the first and second film in the series. It follows the continuing adventures of the private investigators as they attempt to solve the mystery of a series of missing national monuments. Our heroines do not use firearms in the game, but in hindsight, they should have, because they're going to get their fucking ass kicked by multiple enemies. It's so good though. Everyone knows that 3 small, unarmed women with spunky attitude can take out hundreds of armed, trained, violent criminals.
Monuments including the Arc de Triomphe, the Stonehenge monoliths in England, and the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C.
You sound like you're 21.
Again in the dead of night, adding the Statue of Liberty to...
How does the gameplay hold up? It's super complex, dynamic, rewarding, and satisfying. One of the best combat systems I've ever played. Yeah, right. You're treated with a brain-dead combat system, fighting groups of clones by performing repetitive button-mashing combinations. The developers don't care about this game. How can they be passionate about a movie-based pile of shit? They are so goddamn lazy, they reuse the same models on the same screen, even with the same names. It even says their name at the bottom. That's hilarious. Bob. There's Bob the Builder. We got him. He wasn't able to fix it. Ash. Is that Ash Ketchum? We got another Bob. How many Bob the Builders are there? Each group of enemies must be defeated before the victim, yes, if you're playing this game, you're definitely a victim, is allowed to progress through the game. While the victim is engaged in a fight, moving to another area is impossible. Look, I can't get back. Look at this. As invisible walls will block your way. So basically, you're stuck in this claustrophobic area, not knowing where the fuck you're able to move to. I just love the feeling of being blindfolded and wearing a straitjacket, because that's the feeling you get while playing this game. Mission 2 complete. It's fucking killing me right now. It's fucking killing me. I don't want to play anymore. I'm so done. I want to kill the same 3 enemies Oh my god. Most levels end when all the angels have completed their linear, boring-ass objective. Unlockables, such as trailers and photographs from the movies, can be unlocked by collecting items such as film reels and memory sticks, which are hidden on each level. But let's be honest, after playing 10 minutes of this garbage, I would be surprised any victim playing this hasn't already poured acid onto their eyes to unsee these terrible graphics and gameplay. I was almost having fun the first few missions, as there is no strategy. You're basically just beating the crap out of people, kicking the shit out of guys, not even paying attention to your health bar. I didn't even realize I had a health bar until mission 3. Oops, did I forget to mention the graphics, or have you already lost your eyesight while watching this game? The models barely resemble the actors. The game hasn't aged well at all. Even the rendered cutscenes look like a joke as well.
Good point, Boz. We'll try not to blow anything up.
Bosley, the Angels manager in the movie, is played by Bernie Mac, but it looks like he jumped ship because you never get to hear his voice, and he's played by a villain. Is that supposed to be Bernie Mac?
Is currently on stopover in Los Angeles.
At least the Angels from the movies do the voice acting for their characters, but unfortunately they put no effort into their lines, and the non-existing lip syncing just makes it worse.
Boz, it was just that once.
The roof was rigged.
We were just enjoying a chat. He's an excellent listener.
2, 3!
Each mission is a cookie-cutter version of the next. Fight a bunch of clones in a locked-off area, then repeating this process until you flip a fucking switch. The game is a breeze until you reach the Chinese level, as you're gang raped by countless enemies. Now, enemies will charge at you, making it almost impossible to dodge, while fighting even more clones. Enemies could also use weapons and even throw them at you, which wasn't a problem in the past, but now all of a sudden, the game decides to be cheap as fuck. After dying countless amount of times, I figured out a strategy to use the Matrix kick attack, as it takes out half the enemy's health and you can hit multiple enemies with it. But unfortunately, performing the move is as reliable as that number that you got last night actually being real. The goddamn levels have all these stupid ass invisible walls, including above you, which makes performing the kick inconsistent as fuck. But after playing these lifeless levels hundreds of times, you learn the terrain. In the game, you're able to use a mechanic called Angel Time, which slows down time. Like stating before, in the early parts of the game, you don't even realize you have it in the game because it's such a joke. But in the later parts of the game, it is almost required to use it effectively to progress. Angel Time essentially lets you slow down time, which makes dealing with large groups of enemies a lot stress-free. Unfortunately, you're not able to use this mechanic too much in the game. Oh, I forgot about the boss battles. To even call them boss battles would be the greatest fucking compliment ever. You can easily just button mash to kill the same boss with no strategy. He has no special attack or cool mechanic. In fact, some of the normal enemies are harder than the boss fights in this game. After completing the Chinese level and stopping by my local insane asylum, I didn't think I had the patience to beat this game, as the gameplay is not enjoyable at any point of the fucking game. To progress through the game, you basically have to remember all the enemies that have projectile weapons, as if you get hit from any of them, your chances become very slim to progress through the game. You're gonna die a lot from now on. You not only have to get lucky with dodging cheap projectiles, but also enemies not overwhelming you as well. Mastering the flying kick is a must to effectively take out large groups of enemies without getting attacked. Did I mention you can block in this game? But it's completely useless, as from what I can tell, it gives no better advantage than purely being on the offensive. After countless more fucking deaths. How the fuck am I supposed to dodge that? That is ridiculous. Fuck! Great! I have to fucking start again. Fantastic. I fucking love this game. This game is so fucking good. You hope to get to the one single checkpoint in the mission. I basically forced myself to keep playing. I will now have PTSD for the rest of my life. I was also very curious about what other people had to say about this game. And most of the people that reviewed this game didn't even get to the Chinese level. Once you get to the final mission, you start to master the flying kick attack. You now fight enemies a lot more efficiently, but the game is still cheap as fuck. But at this point, you don't care. You just want to beat the fucking game. You are swarmed by a shitload of enemy clones. You still have to get lucky dodging enemy projectiles, and now including fucking grenades. But at least you're aware of enemy positions now, and with enough tries and mental breakdowns, you'll be able to get to the final checkpoint. Getting this far was enough motivation for me to complete the game. Pushing through the final part of the game wasn't too bad, but watching the final fucking cutscene, it was a fucking joke. Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Lucy Lou.
Means boom. Here goes our insurance.
You go, Angels. Oh my god. Kick his ass. You had enough time to cower. What? What? How the f— you could have just restrained him. Let's just knock down the fucking torch from the statue and somehow cage him in and not kill him.
Good morning, Charlie. Congratulations, Angels. You've rid the world of its greatest thief ever and put away over 100 gangsters of all kinds. I'm very proud of you. The police are on their way to collect Foster and Marcus. And as for you,
In conclusion, fuck this fucking piece of shit game. The fucking graphics are shit. Fucking gameplay is fucking shit. And instead of putting cool mechanics in the fucking game, they just overwhelm you with fucking clones, with cheap, undodgeable attacks and projectiles. The levels, forgettable. Playing through the fucking game, I had zero fucking engagement into the fucking story. And I don't even know what the fuck happened, because I don't even care. The cutscenes are a joke. Poorly delivered fucking voice lines. The fucking actors did not give two shits about putting any fucking effort into their fucking lines. There aren't enough fucking checkpoints in the game, so get ready to play the same parts of the mission hundreds of times. Enemy selection is a joke. They reuse all the same fucking models, the same names, the same everything. The invisible walls make the game feel like you're playing in a fucking cage the whole time. And even if you're a fan of the movies, stay far fucking away from this cancer. The game developers rush the fucking game because it is buggy, it is ugly, it is disgusting, it is boring, it is cheap. There's no redeeming quality factors of this fucking game. It is a movie-based game after all. So what the fuck do you expect? What was I expecting? I'm a fucking retard for playing this piece of shit, okay? Avoid it at all fucking cost. Unless you want to fucking kill yourself. Which I am already dead right now. And this is just like a program that's like a CGI and shit. I'm already fucking dead. Okay? My final fucking verdict for this game is a 1 out of 10. It is the worst game I've ever fucking played. I forced myself to fucking finish it. Did not have fun at all. Maybe for like 2 minutes at the start of the couple of missions when it's easy and you're just kicking people's asses. But after that, it's just fucking hell. Fuck this game. Bye.